Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. Today, truly excited to have my guy, Mr. Ryan Hamilton, on with us. A great guy, blessed and fortunate to achieve some really cool things, and I'm excited to highlight him and what he has going on. So first, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Oh, man, I really appreciate you having me. Thank you very much.
Well, let's dive into it. I know your story and your background and your history, but the audience, they don't. If you don't mind sharing with the audience, a little bit about who you are and what it is you do, so they have an idea of who you are, my man.
Yeah, for sure. So I was raised in Conroe, Texas. Come from a family of five. Played a lot of sports growing up. My dad pretty much ran the YMCA in Conroe, and so that's where I spent a lot of my time. Was kind of a little gym rat. Mom would drop me off, and I would spend countless hours there. So, I kind of developed a passion for sports at a very young age. It just kind of stuck with me. So, if you played youth sports in Montgomery County, then you definitely know who my dad is, or there's a pretty good chance you do. So yeah, I'd definitely say that's where my passion for sports came from. As you know, I played basketball in high school. Was fortunate enough to be a part of a really special team at Conroe High School my senior year. It's something I sticks with me almost every single day. I kind of think about, those times and those guys. And then I played a couple of years of college basketball at Texas Lutheran University, and then finished up my undergraduate degree a little bit down the road at Texas State University.
Mm-hmm.
When I stopped playing basketball, I kind of hit like a little bump in the road. It was kind of the first time I wasn't on a schedule every single day. And it was kind of one of those things where it was really fun, and it was awesome to not have to be told what to do, when to do things. And I might have had a little too much fun for a little bit, but was able to get back on track. And, I kind of when I hit this lull, it was, kind of this realization like, all right, you stop playing basketball. What can you do to continue to be associated with, the sports that I love so much? So then that's when I kind of shifted gears into sports media, mass comm, and, radio, TV. So then I was a part of the Texas State radio network. I would call men's and women's college basketball games, softball, volleyball. I did a weekly sports show, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for like an hour. So that's really where I started to learn about production. Awesome. And started to develop a passion for that. And then after I graduated, did the typical move of going back to Conroe, living with my parents, applying for jobs. And then that's where things kind of got a little stagnant. I just, I was applying for jobs and wasn't really getting any opportunities. I did that for about 18 months, had some odd jobs here and there. And then I finally just, packed up my bags and hit the road to Los Angeles to start a dream and some goals that I had, set forth about 10 years ago.
That's awesome. And that brings us to where we are now, huh?
It does, man. It's been a wild journey. It's been an interesting journey. It's been, one that I'm super proud of. Absolutely, really, really proud of. Because when I moved out here, I didn't have a job. I had already been turned down by multiple companies, and all of them pretty much saying the same, like, you don't have enough experience. And I was always kind of thinking to myself, well, where the heck do I get this experience?
Yeah, I'm gonna get experience.
Right. I had what I had in college and stuff like that. And I even worked at Fox Sports in the Woodlands, basically shelving tapes. And I had this job, I had this degree that I wasn't doing anything affiliated with it, but I was like, hey, maybe if I get this position I can get my foot in the door as an employee at Fox. And even then, it wasn't happening for me. And then, I just saved up enough money and hit the road and came out here. And then I had 3 to 4 months where I was just working odd jobs. And then finally somebody gave me an opportunity as a production assistant with Fox Sports 1 when they launched in 2013. And I've been with the company ever since.
That's awesome, man. So proud of you. So happy for you with the thing that you have going on too. But what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Well, number one, most recently, I would say, becoming a dad, for the first time this past year to, a beautiful little girl. It's truly the best seeing somebody grow every single day, and just, hoping that I can pass on the things that were instilled to me, that were taught to me, that have helped me get to where I'm at, and give her an opportunity to be successful, herself. That's number one. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with working at Fox Sports. So interesting story for you. There's a day, and I'll never forget this. It was like the biggest motivating factor in moving was I remember sitting at my desk at Fox Sports in the Woodlands, and I heard that Fox had just acquired the rights to the Men's and Women's World Cup. And I'm a big soccer fan. And I just remember sitting there just kind of being down on myself, not enjoying my job, feeling like I'm kind of wasting time. And like I kind of had enough. So I literally told myself, I said, I'm gonna work that World Cup. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to be with that company. I am going to go to that World Cup in 2018 and be a part of that broadcast. So fast forward 6 years later, I'm on a plane to Moscow, Russia. I am in charge of all of our field reporters who are doing daily hits with, different national teams. And I had that like pinch me moment where I kind of got a little overwhelmed with emotion. I was at the World Cup final doing pitch side reports, and I'm sitting in a booth with one of the greatest soccer players of all time. And it just kind of hit me, and it's kind of gives me goosebumps now, because it's one of those things where it's like, man, I said I was going to do something, and I did it, and it took a lot, and man, it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Oof. And then I'd say the third thing would be the accolade that came with that was my first Sports Emmy award that I won. So that's something. Actually, I figured, I said, man, I'm gonna show it off. Why not? So
that's awesome, man.
So I got one of these. Yeah, that was your first one's always the best one, and that being tied to that was just the cherry on top of the cupcake, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sports Emmy, man. That's pretty neat. Not bad for a boy from Conroe, Texas, huh?
I know. I tell people that all the time. Like, I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, man, it's just crazy. I was a kid from Conroe. Like,
yeah,
So, if you dream it, you can do it.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
So true. Well, hearing you talk about your journey, your story, the neat things that you've been blessed and fortunate to achieve, the things that you're proud of, I would consider that to be successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
I think my definition of success would probably vary a little bit different than most, because I kind of look at it from my personal experience of defining it as like having the courage to not be afraid to fail, and then taking those failures from whatever goal it is that you set, whether it's small, medium, large, and turning that into something positive. People that aren't successful are usually the ones who continue to fail over and over again without learning from those experiences. And the ones that aren't successful are either, in my opinion, afraid to take those chances, or just kind of too stubborn to humble yourself and learn that it is okay to fail. Let me find that little positive light of something that I may have not done right the first time that I can improve on, the next time, to put myself in a better situation to accomplish or get closer to accomplishing that goal.
I love it. What do you think it takes to achieve that type of success?
I mean, I think it takes courage, and I think it takes, I think it takes just hard work. Nothing ever, you can have all the talent in the world, and the people that are the most talented work hard to have that talent. I mean, not everybody can be blessed to be LeBron James. Let's be real, right? That guy works hard, but he was also, kind of naturally gifted to be just this incredible specimen that he is. And that's not taking anything away from him, but like, look at everybody else that isn't LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Those people have to work hard to get there. They have to overcome obstacles. They have to defy the odds. And a lot of the odds that I think you have to defy come from within. You have to be able to be real with yourself, number one. And if you can't be real and honest with yourself, then you're not gonna fool anybody else. You can't fool success that way.
I love that, man. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can follow you and check you out and show you some love, my man.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I can send you my Instagram handle or
Okay.
or whatever. But yeah, you can keep up with me there. And if anybody ever has any questions about sports media and the industry, feel free. You can send them my way. I'd be glad to talk to anybody anytime.
That's
I've
awesome.
had multiple people over the years through other connections, reach out and say, hey, can I get some advice? What can I do? How should I do this? And I'm always here to help because sometimes you need a little bit of help, and it's that's what we're here for. So
there it is. Well, again, Hamilton, thanks so much
yeah,
for taking time to hang out with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
thank you, sir. It's good seeing you, Chip. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.